Hello and welcome back to another Fact Zero on my channel, where I am Jacob from Jacob's Books Corner, which I'm still building and things. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that right now. It's a little rough. It's a little rough. Also the weather. Either way, today is a book writing video, and I'm curious to see what I do with the thumbnail, since I'm not really sure. But we are currently working on Broken Boys draft number 2, and you guys might be wondering, are you sure? Because you haven't really been sharing anything. We haven't had any writing vlogs. It's mentioned in somewhat of my reading vlogs. I mentioned, oh, I'm writing or whatever, but I don't really say anything. And of course, the ever so few live streams that I do. And yes, I am working on Broken Boys draft 2. Now, today is the 30th of July, which should be the day this video is going out. It should be going out a little bit later on tonight, or maybe it'll be 2 videos uploaded tomorrow, this one and the other one. But where am I at in Broken Boys Draft 2? Well, currently my word count is sitting at 38,505 words, and by August 1st, I hope to be done with this portion of the book. So let's talk about the changes that have happened to Broken Boys over the course of July. Broken Boys has gone through a lot of evolution, and I promise you I did vlog the whole experience. It's going to be in the supersized vlog where we're doing part 1 and part 2, so there's going to be 2 parts. Part 1's actually almost done. Once we reach probably the halfway mark, that video will be done, and then it's going to be, long, but then we'll start the next one, which will also be long as well, but it will have full-on content for Broken Boys, like, non-stop. So that's really good for you guys. Where are we at? So I'm on chapter 13, which originally is chapter 18, I want to say, for this book. So I've taken out a lot of, I've condensed a lot of chapters down, as some of them were shorter and things. Also, I figured out the point of view of the book, which is in present tense and not in past tense. That was very good, very foreshadowing, and it definitely helped me figure out the twists of the book as well, which I don't give away. I've talked about it slightly in that video. Well, the evolution of me figuring out is in that video. There is a time jump. It's not really a twist. There's a time jump halfway through the novel, and I'm very, very excited for it, and it, literally reinvigorated my love for it. Also, a big change is that before I was rewriting everything to become better words, but in reality, I just realized how much I love revising my words, making them better, reading through every sentence and seeing if I can enhance that sentence. And I'm also really realizing that this first draft is actually quite strong. There's a few places in here that are just really, really bad, but after having some major time away from it, and even more time as I go through each and every chapter and slowly make progress through it, I've just realized how much. Also, for anybody else who is curious, because this is 16 font on, I think it's Times New Roman, so it is quite the large one. So that's not how the next proof copy will be, which I'll be ordering in the middle of August, which we'll get into August plans here in a second. But we are currently sitting at 133, which is the chapter before the one I'm currently in the middle of writing. So that's all up to chapter 12. Which I'm so happy with being 133. I was really nervous. I don't know. It's always nerve-wracking when you put your font at 12 and Times New Roman because it's just so small. But it's supposed to be small, and I don't know. It's gonna be very satisfying to see it all come together and things. So where do I plan on being by the end of July, tomorrow? I really hope to be done with this section of the book. Let's see here. I'm on chapter 18, and draft 1 has a total of 31 chapters. So I'm a little bit over halfway through going through each of these. Chapter 25 is 7,000 words though, so what? I'm really, really excited to continue to move throughout the story and things, but I have to dedicate a lot of time to it, and things. I don't know if I'll be able to reach it. The goal is by Sunday, which is August 2nd, to be done with this, and then we're going to do a K. Weismer's kind of way of outlining for the second half. I have a rough outline in Save the Cat beat sheets, but we're going to outline them by chapter. Every few chapters we'll make a new outline. I want to play around with, I'm going to write a kind of a short story that is going to take place in the middle this huge gap, which would be like a bonus content thing. That way I can like evolve with the character. And that one will probably actually be written more in like a past tense. It's gonna be written like in a diary formatting, but just so I know kind of where the character's at. I think it's very important. I might do 2 of those, one in both points of views. Not that there is the second point of view. I've had lots and thoughts about that, of having both Ethan's point of view and Adam's point of view inside the novel, as that's the 2 romances. I don't really find, I mean, Adam is such a complex person that his character could be really fun, but I think also a part of the funness is figuring out the character as you read it. And so I think it'd be really fun, once again, to see this book rewritten in Adam's point of view, or to see Adam's point of view in between the time jump. I think all that stuff would be really fascinating, which is why I might write that short story in Adam's point of view. I think it could be really interesting and really intriguing, but I really do need to focus on Ethan. Other things that I realized is that there's a big part of Ethan's character that I've kind of stripped away because I felt like he was very juvenile. And I think personally we need to put the juvenileness somewhat back in. I don't want it to be as heavy as this first book is, as it became extremely annoying by the end, to the point where I'm like, I don't even like you anymore. Yeah, that's where I was at. And now I'm in love with the character again, and I don't believe I've put that same scaredness or the same immaturity in him as it was in the first draft. But I do think, because there is such a huge time jump and there's so many things that go through it, for a character to evolve, we don't want him at his best in the beginning of the book. So I'm going to put some of those thoughts and feelings back into the third draft, and so that will probably be the biggest change throughout the drafts, I feel like. Unless there's any big changes I'm going to have at the end, because it's not written yet. The last 60,000 words are going to be brand new, and I'm planning on fast drafting it through the first 2 weeks of August, which is 30,000 words a week. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to figure it out. I think I might try to do 5,000 more days. The first week of August, I have completely off, and so I'm going to get as many words as humanly possible. And I read 31 books this month. I'm not that worried about falling behind and things, and so that's not even a worry. So yeah, Broken Boys, I'm so obsessed with. I'm super duper happy. And if you see me looking over here, it's because that's where my my laptop and stuff is. And I just really, really enjoy the characters, and I really, really enjoy everybody. It's really interesting. There's lines in here that I have like highlighted that I just think are really, really good. There's other lines that I just don't really like. Like there's a whole thing about the being in a plane. It's towards the end. It's not like there's actually, let's see here. It's towards the end. Oh, I'm going to read it to you because I really liked it. And you know what? You can tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, because I did mention we're looking for beta readers. We're looking for beta readers on the third draft, which I'm assuming will be in October now. And then they'll get them from October to November. You'll get a whole month to read it. And then for Camp Nano, I'll be doing the fourth draft to acquire all those. And then hopefully by December, late December, early January, we can start sending them out to queries, because I want to say by the fourth draft it should be pretty much exactly where I want it to, and so that's the goal. And so I'm going to be writing the third draft in September. We're going to write it throughout August, and then we're taking like 2 weeks off, and it's going to be a whole reread, a whole, I don't plan on re-outlining, as once again I'm just going to be revising and taking over the same exact words into the new draft and just trying to make it better or cut things out. My mom's going to read it in the 2-week period. She understands this, and hopefully it does end up working out really nicely. And I think I might have a friend also read it, just so I have a different point of view, because by the third draft, even though the last 60,000 words are not polished, they're not as good as the first 60,000 words, or maybe a little more than that, I still want other people to be able to experience the story before I send it out to beta readers, with the fourth draft, which is going to be polished as best as can. Where it's like, there could be a few grammar mistakes and things throughout there because I'm not line editing, anything like that, which would be like a fifth draft, I'm assuming. Hopefully by the fourth draft, when you guys receive it and things, I have, like, or wait, hold on, would you guys, is this the second draft? You guys, draft, yeah, so by the fourth draft, after you guys give it back to me, the fifth draft should be line editing and getting everything polished and things, and just trying my hardest to get it sold is the goal, you know, and just putting all my effort into doing it, and that can take years to do, and so I'll be working on other projects and stuff as well. There's a few projects that I really want to write, that I've been really excited to write, that I just have not done yet. The only thing I know for a fact that in October at some point, while I'm taking the month off, I'm going to be working on Church of Samuel and its sequel, because it's October and it's horror, so the spoilers for October. But here's the little thing that I found. I happened to just be kind of reading through it a little bit, and it's towards the end, and honestly, the only thing you really need to know about what I'm about to read you is about his mom. I do want to mention that she is dead. It's said in like the first like 10 pages, so it's like not that big of a spoiler, but she has passed away. It's a big plot line throughout the book. Not that his mom's death was a plot point, it was just something that has really affected him, and so trauma of losing a parent is a huge thing we talk about throughout the novel and the evolution. I think the first half is much more of that, whereas the second half is much more of an evolution of finding, you know, being able to move forward and things. I'm not really sure though. I'm trying to figure that out, to be honest with you, how long I should let that one plot point. But either way, she loved planes. This is Ethan talking, by the way. She loved planes. It was weird. Her different fascination with things. Like planes. She loved how the sky was always perfect when she flew. She loved the engine and how, without a doubt, it would put my dad to sleep. She loved planes. Now she is the sky, and the sky looks like it's in pain. How could I not think I was the reason? I say, wiping the tears from my eyes. All it does is make me sound fucking insane. Which, the whole point here, the ones that I think worked really good, now she is the sky, and the sky looks like it's in pain. I really like the line. There's a few other lines in here that I also really like that are very much more romancy. That one was a lot more not so romancy. Also, the book's been making me blush. I'll see if I cry this time. I did cry the first time I wrote certain scenes later on in the book. I'm not there yet to the really heavy stuff yet. Lastly, I want to go over a song. I want to try to do a song every book writing video going forward, where we just kind of jam out together. So it's gonna be like me fast forward. And my current song that I'm obsessed with right now, and it's a part of my writing playlist. I think I might make my writing playlist, my Broken Boys playlist, public and place it down below through my Spotify. But right now it's Hoax by Taylor Swift. I just love the song so much. So let's. I love the song, and there's so many metaphors here, and I just can't really wait to figure out where exactly I feel it in the story, but I do feel like it's here, and so, yeah, it's just very exciting. With that being said, guys, I think I'm going to end this book writing video, so a good little wrap-up is I want to finish, by the end of this weekend, the first half of the book, and then we're going to hopefully finish the rest of the book throughout the first 2 weeks of August, and then I'll come back to the story in September, and it's not really, like I said, drafting. It's much more of like revising draft 3, or revising into draft 3, and then continuing to work through each thing. So that is the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for another beautiful video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.